Well, Steelers, it's kind of looking like your team might be potentially screwed. Probably more than likely. Let's roll. All right, what's going on, guys? My name is Antonio, and welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast. Today, I am talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Steelers, I've left kind of out of the wind a little recently. I've not talked over them for some time, but I haven't spoken of them since the schedule got released. But according to what the schedule release and the teams that they have on there might be, it looks like the Steelers could be potentially screwed for next season. But before we get started, I am trying to aim for 500 subscribers before the beginning of the next NFL season. If not, if we haven't hit that already, which we haven't. But if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But for now, let's get this discussion underway. So the Steelers, the first few games they have is really decent. I mean, you got the Falcons who are what are 50-50, 50-50, could win, could lose. And then you got the Broncos, that should be an easy win. Then you play the Colts, that they had your number the last time you faced off against them. And you also went against, you're going against the Cowboys, and also along with like the Jets, Giants, and Raiders, which the Giants should be easily a bag of chips because they suck. But the last little stretch that kind of has me concerned about the Steelers this season is that they have to not only play all of their division opponents, which is the Browns, Bengals, and Ravens, twice in that last 8 game stretch, but you gotta play the you gotta play the Kansas City Chiefs, back-to-back Super Bowl champions, and you also have to play the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, if you look at that right, that is straight up a gauntlet that can punch you right square in your face and ruin your season. But I do believe that the Steelers do have the hardest schedule. It is according to NFL podcast on Fox, which kind of leaves me to the point that the Steelers could have a losing season because if we look at some of their games that they have, you got to play the Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Chiefs, and Eagles without a bye week in between. You go against the Commanders coming off of your bye week, which they're also a bag of chips. But then that's when you enter into that 8 game gauntlet stretch. Which I mean, the defense of Pittsburgh, we all expect to still be at its peak. We just don't know what Russell Wilson's going to do yet. I mean, we have not even seen him playing it down, and we're already saying that they're like an 11-6 team. I mean, can we just calm down? Russell Wilson has not performed. He's washed up. He's old, and also he was in the NFC when he was with the Seahawks. And did you know that he is actually 3-6 in the playoffs since losing to the New England Patriots in that Super Bowl, which still haunts me to this day. But anyways, I do think that the Steelers are in for a ride. I mean, they're in for a ride, legitimately, because you got some tough teams you're going against. You got some high power teams. Now, if your offense all of a sudden becomes good with the help of Russell Wilson, that's fine. And we'll probably see this team in the playoffs next year. However, if it doesn't, and all of a sudden the Steelers just go out all nuts and just crash and burn, this could be the end of Russell Wilson as we know it. Because before he went to Denver, he was in the Hall of Famer conversation. Before he went to Denver and when he won that Super Bowl with Seattle, he was put into the Hall of Fame conversation. I believe if Russell Wilson can't lead the Steelers to a playoff victory or let alone a playoff appearance, he's knocked out knocked out of the Hall of Fame conversation entirely because you cannot leave your team. And this was after you got paid. This was after you got your pay job for Sierra with Sierra, your girlfriend or wife or whatever. Your all Russell Wilson does is work for the money. That's all he does. He he plays to get his paycheck. That's all he does. And his ego was what ultimately destroyed his career when he was with Seattle near his last little stretch of it, and also during his time in Denver, which we all know that was a hellhole for them, pretty much. Excuse my language there, but it's true. But now you look at Dallas. I mean, not Dallas, Pittsburgh. You look at Pittsburgh. I mean, they look decent, but we have to see their offense play first. We have to see them play first because you got Arthur Smith on your offensive coordinator side, who is not any better than Matt Canada. He led Matt Arthur Smith was a part of a few time head coach of the Atlanta Falcons that went 7-10 the last 2 years in the NFC South, and they had weapons around him. But I mean, I know that the Steelers did end up getting the weapons like Quez Watkins, Cordell Patterson, and many other guys, but we still need to see them play. We still need to see them play. We still need to see what they can do. And I still have them currently coming in last place of the division because they're not ahead of the Browns, they're not ahead of the Bengals, and they're not ahead of the Ravens. But maybe if they play well and if they can show up, it might change my mind. So we'll have to see what happens. But Steelers, they're in for a long ride. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think that the Steelers are a good team? And let me know why in the comments. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Ciao for now.